2000 and 2010, New Jersey saw 0.2 of a foot of sea level rise. Almost everybody agrees that we should do something about it, but to what extent? That's where the New Jersey Department of Environmental Protection comes in with regulations for all communities, both on the shore and the mainland, to protect against what's next. We're here with Acting New Jersey DEP Commissioner Shawn LaTourette, as well as Chief Resiliency Officer David Rosenblatt, to learn more about it.
We need to take a fresh look at coastal zone management regulations, wetlands regulations, our air pollution regulations, and ensure that what we're building today will stand the test of tomorrow.
What was the inspiration? When was the initial talks about this coast?
I think this dates back to the beginning of the Murphy administration. The governor came into office knowing that we had to take climate change head on after 8 years of not addressing it at all. You see one terrifying report after another come out of the International Panel on Climate Change, and to me at least, some of that can feel abstract or esoteric. And what we've done to bring that home under Dave Rosenblatt's leadership to put forward the first ever New Jersey specific climate science report, which you can obtain from our website, which is nj.gov/DEP/climate change. And that report distills what climate impacts will occur here, right on this coast that we're standing on, and throughout the state. Right? For example, we're likely to see 11% increase in rainfall by 2050. Right? From a sea level rise perspective, in a middle of the road projection, which is where we think we're headed, 2 feet of sea level rise by 2050, 5 feet by 2100. Right? What does that mean? What does it mean for Atlantic City? And how do we get ready? Those are the questions that we're trying to answer. And we want to equip our communities and the public to be prepared.
The real problem is going to be how creative can we be to deal with Back Bay area. This part of Atlantic City is ideal for displaying our traditional ways of dealing with coastal storms and this bit of sea level rise that's already occurred. We have the beach replenishment project that we just completed down the street. We have the Army Corps of Engineers seawall that was completed several years ago, right behind you. Behind me, we have a new bulkhead that we put in that wraps around towards Gardner Basin. So these are all traditional methods of dealing with rising seas, whether it's during a storm or just sea level rise. It's very expensive, very difficult to put perimeter protection around the whole island. It's not going to be a report that tells everybody what to do. We do provide we definitely provide direction, and we provide actions that we can take right now. But really, we're looking out into the future with this, and there's going to be a lot of time for people to participate in the development of the ultimate resilience plan for the state.
We have heard resistance from local officials saying that it's going to be too much, too expensive, and why only a 17% likelihood. What is your response to that?
My response to that, as I've shared with some mayors myself, I don't think the concern here is are we doing too much? Are we going too hard? Are we preparing? Are we over preparing? Are we overdoing it? You know, my biggest fear is that in 70 years from now, my grandkids will look back and think we didn't do enough. Because the more we invest in preparation, the less we have to invest in recovering from damage.